Okay guys, just taking you on a drive. We're in Delray Beach, Florida. It's Highway A1A, north facing. It's about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest it ever gets here is probably 70 degrees, maybe into the 60s on the coldest day of the winter. But outside of that, normally you're in the 80s or 90s. And in this video, I kind of wanted to talk about one of the hardest parts about moving to Florida and moving in general is the willingness to leave family, friends, and familiar people behind. It's kind of what prohibits or keeps people staying in a state or in an area that they no longer want to stay. It's the connection to the familiar, and that's the key word, the familiar, friends and family. If you look at the reality, you probably don't spend that much quality time with your friends, family, etc. I would say for the average person. For the average person, you're living your life. You're going to you're going to your work, or you're running your errands, and most of your day is spent with you and the immediate people in your life, not your friends or family. It's who's ever lives in your house. And so when you make a decision to move, the number one thing you have to consider is not, how your family or friends think about it. It's what you think, because you spend most of your life with yourself. And if you're not happy with yourself, your friends or your family, they can't make you happy. Happiness is an inside job. And it takes a long time for people to get to that realization. Most of people spend most of their life trying to find happiness from external sources. And most people decide not to move because they're too scared to leave family or friends behind. And it hurts them mentally, emotionally, and it hurts them where they don't grow. You don't grow and become your own person until you push past the fear of doing something new, creative, and innovative in your own personal life to grow yourself, to grow your happiness, and to grow your experiences. It's like the very simple analogy. It's like the bird that leaves the nest. The whole purpose of a bird is to learn to fly so it can leave the nest. And there's nothing wrong with flying back to the nest to visit your family, your friends, your parents. But the purpose of life is like that bird. You have to go experience the world outside your nest. And for some people, for some birds, they may spend more time than others outside that nest. But there's no way you live life unless you leave the nest. You leave your parents' house, you leave your familiar town that you grew up in. Again, there's exceptions, and again, there's an emergency. The pandemic, I went to go see my mom. Why? It's an emergency. But I didn't stay there, okay? Because you can't live in the state of emergency. Why? Because that's not living. That's death. And as I sit here in beautiful 90 degree Fahrenheit weather, and I'm enjoying spreading my wings. I gave my mom a call because I still call her every day. And she goes, "Sam, where you at?" So I'm in Delray Beach. And she goes, "Oh, yesterday you were just in Palm Beach." I go, "Yes." She goes, "Well, it's good that you're spreading your wings." And I'm thankful that my mom encourages me. But, look, it wasn't easy for my mom to leave. And even this past year, I've lived on my own since my early 20s. I'm a 40-year-old man now. Okay, so for the past 6 months is the most consecutive time I spent around my mom in decades. And I'm not saying if you don't have a sick mom, or I'm not saying if you don't have a certain desire to be around your hometown that you shouldn't stay. But I'm saying that there's no way you're going to live if you stay. There's no way you got to grow a little bit. You got to spread your wings. You got to experience life. There's moments of sadness. There's moments of joy. There's moments of inspiration. There's moments of depression. You don't live life without going through a range of emotions. And what I could tell you is you got to learn to fight through the negative emotions, and you'll experience good emotions, but you have to persevere to push forward. You know, sometimes I often share, like, I know I'm intense and some of my videos are intense. And I share with you the reason why is because that's what you need sometimes, at least in your own mindset, not towards other people. In your own mindset, you need to push yourself. Because you're not going to just get up and leave without being intense. You know, the apathetic, indifferent mind will muddle around. They'll muddle around the same area with the same people in the same depressed mindset their entire life. And I understand it. I have empathy on it. It's not a judgment. It's an observation. You know, when you get to where you want to be, whether it's Florida, whether it's a new job, a new state, new life, whatever, you know, then certainly, like any goal, you can taper yourself back. You can temper yourself. You know, but to change your life requires a level of changing your temperament from calm to intense. And when you get where you want to go, and there's, you know, it is true that, look, there's never one destination, but there is a destination to have a target to get to. Because if you don't have a target, if you don't have an aim, even though I understand life is about enjoying the journey, you're not going to get to somewhere different. You got to have a target. You got to have a destination to get somewhere. And I'd say I'm enjoying where I'm at right now. I'm enjoying Delray Beach, Florida. I'm enjoying 90-degree weather in the end of November. I love the beach life. I love the tropical life. I love the Florida life. And I love my life. And I say that with a hesitation because I can hate life sometimes, even in Florida. I can get depressed even in Florida. So I don't want to act like anywhere in this world you avoid those emotions. But I want to say that to live your best life, no perfect life, you have to spread your wings. And that means you got to leave some people behind, including family. And you're not leaving them behind where, oh, they're destitute, they can't survive without you. People are going to die whether you stay there or don't. You're going to die no matter what. And unless you are giving them, you know, life support every day, I mean, I don't know, just think about, just think about the bird and the nest. Think about, are you really staying to take care of someone, or are you staying because you're scared? There's no easy answer, guys, because there's no guarantee in life that you see someone today, they're gone tomorrow. But when you go to visit different areas, whether you visit Florida, whatever you visit, and then you go back home, you're going to see you're not missing much. And things change. People die, businesses close, society changes. Nothing stays the same. And of course, the coronavirus showed people that as a reminder again in humanity. But what I can tell you is you live each day, and you got to have the goals, and you got to get out there, and you got to experience life, and you got to push yourself, and you got to get intense, and you got to be alone a little bit. Because if you think your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your sister, your brother, your husband, your wife, your mother, your father, if you think other people have your same exact goals, your same exact vision, your whole life is going to be living someone else's life. You have a different fingerprint than everyone else in this world, including your parents. Why? Because you have your own life to live. You have your own nest to build. And you have to think about that along your life, as painful emotionally as it may be to separate from the familiar. There's no way you live an inspired, full life if you stay put your entire life. So, I hope my thoughts encourage you in some way. I hope the visual inspiration of this environment encourage you in some way. I know it does for me. And thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, click the blue join button. Thank you to all my members. Subscribe if you're not. Check out my playlist. Eat healthy. Keep healthy relationships around you. If you fall, you get back up. We all make mistakes. We all face setbacks in life. But you don't need to fight your inner circle. And remember, you're going to be with yourself more than anyone else your entire life. So learn to enjoy your own company. Learn to have good habits. Learn to just, when you have a bad day, just get through the day and learn each day to have goals and objectives. Even if it's to wake up early, go to the gym, and get one step closer to where you need to be. You got to be consistent, though. If you're not consistent, it's like someone who starts a diet on January 1st. They're going to run out of steam by February. It doesn't matter if you're going on a diet January 1st. It matters if you're still on the diet July 1st. Because by July 1st, most people have given up on their dreams because they're not consistent. And even when you feel depressed, wake up early and go to the gym. Even when you feel depressed, go to work. That's how you go forward. So I know it's not easy, but I don't know any other way, okay, that's going to help you or me. So, it is what it is. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.